So I'm going to dump the contents of this pouch, and we're going to see if I have most, if not all, of the 10 essentials. Hey guys, Joel back again with Everyday Ready for the adventures you choose and the emergencies you don't. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. So today I've got this chest pack on. This particular chest pack is from Coltac, and you can use code PRN10 to get you anything that Coltac has to offer. It's coltac.com. But the video today is about the 10 essentials. There was a mountaineering, climbing, outdoor survival manual way back in the day. I'm 50 years old. This thing's old too. It was called the Mountaineers. And I don't remember who developed it, author or any of that kind of stuff. But for a lot of years, that thing was the Bible, basically, for outdoors, for survival, for all kinds of stuff. And one of the things that it talks about is having the 10 essentials. It's a list of gear that you really need every single time you go out into the woods, just to be basically prepared for whatever life throws at you or nature can throw at you. It's not going to be a complete comprehensive list, but if you have these things, you're way more likely to survive than if you don't. So I'm going to dump the contents of this pouch, and we're going to see if I have most, if not all, of the 10 essentials available inside the pack. So let's go. So let's just go ahead and start on the outside of the pack here. Right here on the bottom, I've got a tourniquet. I like carrying a tourniquet because of extreme bleeds. You know, everybody's got a little boo-boo first aid kit with them for the most part, and I do on the inside of the bag. Most people don't consider what if it's a major arterial kind of bleed and we're talking life-threatening injury. So it's so lightweight, it straps right to the bottom of the pack. So I throw a tourniquet on just about every bag that I have. It's not part of the 10 essentials, but I wanted it there. So next thing I've got here on the side is a decent knife, and this guy is the Azula. And if you're familiar with this company, it's just a good all-around fixed blade knife that you can do whatever you might need to do that knife things do. And I just carry it in this little sheath, and I just stick it right in the side pocket, and I've got it lashed to the bag itself right here, and it just stays there all the time. Now on the back, we've got a little pouch here that actually is probably designed for a cell phone. It's kind of stretchy material, folds down over itself, would keep your cell phone in there nicely. But since the cell phone is not part of the 10 essentials, we're going with some rope there, which does fall into part of the tools category for the 10 essentials. And then out here on the outside, let's dump this. Okay, I've got some water purification tablets. I've got some duct tape, which again is part of tools. I've got a compass. Now, generally you want a compass and a map to work together. But if, for example, you're in an area where you're sort of familiar with where you're at, but maybe you get into the woods and you just know that this entire area that you're in, there are highways, let's say, to the south and to the east. Well, you could easily take a bearing with a compass, go straight south until you hit a road, or straight east until you hit a road, or something like that. Sometimes you just get turned around and you're like, gosh, dang it, which way's north, south, east, west? I like to have a compass. It's better to have a compass and a map and know how to use them both together. Just saying that full well knowing that I'm planning on using my cell phone and the maps and apps that I have on there for navigation as opposed to this. But I always carry it anyway just because. Part of first aid supplies, but I have moleskin in there, like taking care of your feet when you're out in the outdoors, the backcountry, hiking around. Possibly the most important piece of medical equipment you can have. Something to be able to take care of blisters and things on your feet. Got a little pouch here. I've got some hand sanitizer in here, which again is it's not part of the deal, but I carry it because I like to have sanitized, cleanish hands if I can. I've also got some pyro putty, which is a fire starter material, burns longer, and I've got a lighter in this plastic bag, so that takes care of the fire portion. I've also got backup power a little Goal Zero flip, backup power bank here, and a cord to, charge up my phone, and this will charge my phone several times. So I always carry that in there as well, just as a backup, because I know I am relying on some technology, and we don't want that to run out of batteries. So now in the main compartment, let's see what else we got. So we have our basic little boo-boo kit, our little first aid kit, ultralight, watertight medical kit, one person, multi-use, and it's just simple. It's just for boo-boos, cuts, scrapes, bumps, bruises, those sorts of things. We've got the Soul Emergency Bivy here. So this is a bivy sack that's waterproof, breathable. This becomes my shelter. That takes care of shelter in the 10 essentials. And again, this is, I'm not going camping with this stuff, right? Well, I am. I'm taking it with me when I go camping, but this isn't my only kit when I go camping. I'm going to have a tent. I'm going to have all those things. But if I'm just going out for a day hike or something like that, I'm going to throw this pack on my chest, and I've got these 10 essentials that would be for survival situations, right? So there's that guy. I should mention with the water tabs, I always have a water bottle with me or something like that. And so I've always got an Nalgene. My camera is actually leaned up against my Nalgene bottle right now, which I would, use for the water purification tablets if I needed to. And or we could boil water, but I've only got one of those pyro putties because, again, survival. I'm not like going camping with this stuff. We also need some sort of sustenance or food just for 24 hours. Now I've got a Cliff Bar in here, and I've got a couple of these goo packets for like energy shots or whatever. And some people are like, well, that's not enough for 24 hours. Well, it actually is. Your body can go for a long time without eating a lot of food. I personally have fasted for 4 days. My wife has gone for 7. There's people that have gone a lot longer than that, and it does take some practice to work up to fasting. But I know for me personally, just mentally and physically, I can go for at least 4 days. And, if I had to, just for 24 hours, 36 hours, something like that, subside on, or whatever I'm trying to say, exist, subside, subsist, is that it? My words are not working today, you guys. If I had to do that for 24 to 36 hours, that would be enough food, and it fits into the pack, right? So that's the thing. I also have, this would fall under tools. I have this Pocket Boy from Silky. And this would be, if I wanted to build anything out of wood, I can cut logs out of this. I can cut tree branches off of dead standing trees for firewood. I can do whatever I might need to do. It's a bigger item in terms of weight and size, but I find that it's just really an invaluable tool to have in my kit. So I make sure and take that. In terms of light, like flashlight, that sort of thing, I also have a flashlight in here that requires batteries, of course, but I want some sort of a backup light source if I can. So I always bring a snap light or light stick just in case, because I don't carry like a whole bunch of backup batteries and things for a normal flashlight. So this gets dropped or lost or broken or just decides not to work or whatever. I've got a backup light source with the light stick. I also have a life card. Now we don't go look it up if you're not familiar with what a life card is. But if I needed to find a way to quickly catch game animals, small ones to eat, I might use something like this. It's just a few shots in there and 22 LR. Go look it up if you're interested in that, but this channel really isn't about pew-pews. So I carry it in there because it is so small, and I could potentially use it in that kind of a scenario for hunting or something for providing for food. So guys, that is what I've got in this bag dump. Again, this chest pack is from Coltac, and again, you can use code PRN10 to get you 10% off. This represents the 10 essentials for survival. Shelter, food, water, medical supplies, light, all those kinds of things. Now, part of the things that I didn't cover is insulation, and I'm going in terms of I'm going on the assumption that I am actually prepared to be in the outdoors. So I have a good pair of boots, I have a good pair of socks, I have the right clothing on, I have, at a minimum, a long sleeve sun shirt on in addition to whatever else I'm wearing. I'm wearing clothing that is appropriate for the conditions that I expect to be in. So obviously I'm not carrying those parts of the essentials in this chest pack. I'm actually wearing them. That kind of goes without saying for me, but the rest of this stuff in terms of food, shelter, water, first aid, light, all those kinds of things, navigation, represented here in even just this small chest pack. So you want to do these things, have these things on you whenever you're going out into kind of austere environments and survival situations. Helps you be everyday ready for the adventures you choose and the emergencies you don't.